We're here with Chris Keppler from Keppler Brewing Company and Scope Magazine in Mystic, Connecticut. What's up, Chris?
Hi Joe.
How you doing? Thanks for agreeing on short notice to come down and talk to us on this project. Appreciate it.
It's my pleasure.
So, as you know, I'm going to ask you a few questions. You can answer them, not answer them, in any way that you like. So, we take polite society, throw it out the window. How old are you?
I'm 30 years old.
Okay. And how about a political orientation? Do you have one of those?
Left-leaning.
Okay. And religion or religious affiliation?
Atheist.
Okay.
At the moment.
And can you talk about what your job titles are here in Mystic?
I am the Director of Sales and Marketing for Keppler Brewery. It means I handle all the affairs basically dealing with the beer outside of the brewery. Anything that isn't production related. So I work with our distributors, I work with restaurant and bar owners, I work with package store owners, and I go and do events and promote the beer directly to the beer drinking public at large.
Sure.
And I'm the publisher and editor of Scope Magazine, Scope Publishing Partnership. I do have a partner, but I'm like sort of a majority partner.
Sure,
Yeah.
sure. And Scope is what, a local magazine here?
It's a local arts, culture, ideas, sometimes politics, sort of a variety magazine. I've been publishing it for 6 years. We're on our 65th issue. I used to work in the mainstream media for Mystic River Press and the Westerly Sun, local newspapers and daily and weekly newspapers.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah. How about your spare time?
Spare time, like to skateboard, ride my bike.
You actually have spare time?
I do have spare time.
Oh man,
yeah.
you're not working hard enough.
Well,
I'm just kidding.
Don't let anyone find that out besides me.
Good point. Can you talk about your relationship with the local independent community here?
I have a very strong relationship with the local and independent community here in Mystic, Westerly, Rhode Island, Groton, and New London, Connecticut. They make what I do possible. Advertisers who support the Scope with their business dollars help this very vulnerable but in important creative enterprise to stay afloat. We've brought many new writers and artists sort of out of the woodwork or out of their studios into the public eye, and the people who care to serve Keppler beer, whether they be package store owners, bar owners, or restaurant owners, literally change the local landscape by doing so, and kind of, they make it all possible. Without the people who valued local products and in independent journalism, I would be working somewhere else, doing something else.
Cool. This next one's been fun for a lot of folks. If the local independent community in this area were an animal, what animal would it be and why?
I would have to say around here it would probably be, a cormorant. It's not, the prettiest of birds, but it's determined and it works hard to make its living on a regular basis. We're in southeastern Connecticut. There's a long tradition of hard work. The Yankee work ethic is still very much alive and well in this area, and people are very devoted and very true and very well-intentioned and have high ideals. And sometimes their ideals sort of outweigh the environment that they find themselves in, where they start their business or make their work for someone else. So hopefully these products deserve, they meet that standard, that holistic kind of, through and through good and genuine kind of ethic that the Yankee sort of has symbolized for a long time.
Great.
Yeah.
Great. Can you talk about a time in this community when
Must be after my legs, huh?
a local business came here and had a big impact, so a business that opened or reopened?
Must be a picture.
Well, I guess not to be sort of centric to my own world, but 13 years ago, Keppler Brewery opened its doors, where we didn't have a local beer for southeastern Connecticut. Now we do. And the difference that's made in my life is big, and I know in the lives of a lot of other people around here. And we employ local people. We do a lot of charity events. That's just the first one that's come to my mind. This bookstore has been here since before my time, and Bank Square Books has always been a great resource and an inspiration for people looking to learn more, expand on existing ideas, and just connect in the community. The coffee shops are a fantastic addition. to the community. They're the other social networking venue outside of the pubs and the bars.
Great.
The vegetable aisle in the grocery store.
One of the things I've heard a lot over this journey is incredible things happen over beer. I can't tell you the number of projects that I've heard about that started, including this one, started while having a beer. So, can you talk about your life as an entrepreneur, organizer? You've learned a lot of lessons, assuredly. What one piece of advice or lesson learned could you offer anyone who might see this?
I guess the lesson that I have learned and that I continue to learn is as we kind of strive to change our communities, our own lives, and the world, we sometimes lose sight of other people's perspectives, and we get too strident or too forceful in the delivery of our ideas. On a daily basis, I go out into the marketplace and try to convince bar owners who are worried about their bottom line that having a local product is not only going to be good for business, but going to help in other ways and improve their quality, the quality of their business and the quality of their customers' experience at the business. But being tactful and delivering that message with some restraint and some a little bit of gentility is a good thing, because it's when you're dealing with people that don't understand your perspective and you're desperate to convey it to them, it's easy to lose sight of where the polite and the good rapport that you can have with people ends and the sort of conflict begins. Our logo on the beer is Nec Temere, Nec Timide, and it means not rash and not fearful. And I think that those are good guiding words. To be firm in your resolve, but not to be rash and not to be afraid either. So you do need to be ambitious and direct and to challenge the status quo, but maybe you can't break it down all at once, or know where you can win a battle and where you can lose one. That's my only advice.
Great, good advice.
Yeah.
Last one. So if you had a message, you had a very brief orientation to what it is that we're trying to accomplish here and who we're going to be speaking to. We hope that's a large number of folks. What would that message be? I'll ask you to address the camera on that one.
My message for my fellow New Englanders is, and for people across the country trying to start a buy local campaign, or to sort of restore their community maybe from a kind of a boring corporate homogenization, is just keep at it and talk to people on an individual basis, write, communicate in any way you can, and make it fun, enjoy it, and don't forget to savor all of the great stuff that makes this cause meaningful.